We'll get started here in a few minutes, guys. Taking a look at some alerts. Fixing up some bugs on our alert system on the Discord. Alerts have been doing pretty good, though. I do like how they are posting in the Discord so far. It looks really good. Let's take a look at how oil is closing. So it did what we didn't want it to do. It popped back below this accumulation low. But it is showing signs of support, so it could be a slight deviation yet again. I do like this higher low being put in. I do like this pivot here on the 15. You've got a bull div here on the 1 hour. I think it definitely has some potential to go back up. You have it being hurt by fundamentals right now. Hey, Robert. He said, I just subscribed today and I really like your educational videos. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we have, we got a lot of videos coming soon. I'm waiting on some thumbnails to be made, and then once the thumbnails are made, I'm gonna get some final edits in, and then we got a bunch of videos to post. I'm getting a little far behind on my videos on YouTube. I do apologize. I've been very busy with Discord and setting up alert systems and all kinds of things lately. YouTube has kind of fallen a little behind on my publishing. I've got 6 videos currently that have not been posted. Let me go take a look at which videos those are. Yeah, so right now we have how to trade accumulation distribution part 2, how to trade divergence, how to trade entry and exit techniques, how to trade market structure, how to trade my doji system, and how to trade swing failure patterns. All 6 of those videos are ready to be posted. I just need to get some thumbnails and make some final edits. Hey, Sneaky, what's going on, man? It's fine. Your channel is so active. You live stream like every day. Yeah, I live stream 5 days a week, which is pretty active. But I do like having some nice... My live streams are pretty long, and like there's a lot of stuff in my live streams that are you can easily cut out. Like we're just chilling, basically. We're just hanging out. But when I make my videos, it's like 10 to 30 minutes, maybe an hour of like just pure educational content. So I like having those videos posted on YouTube to get people to watch the content. Because if you're new to my channel and you start off with my streams, you're not getting like the full experience. But if you start off with like my how to trade series, you're gonna get like the full experience. But yeah, so looking at some charts that I posted in Discord, if you guys are in the Discord, I posted a few of these charts. We were also looking at Ethereum here, so you had that Ethereum failure downward. You had this Bitcoin descending triangle. You bounced off the low of the distribution here. You can see how we bounced off the low. We broke out of that triangle to the upside, but we are currently pulling back. But take a look at what this looks like here on the hourly. We have a bottom into a curve, into a bottom, into a pop, into a pullback. This is a bullish pattern that we talk about a lot on stream. It's a bulldog. So right now we are currently holding the support. The accumulation high is acting as support. So this is a bullish pattern. We'll see if it plays out to the bull side. You are currently failing the 72 moving average. You do have some resistance coming in. You are also failing the 50% of the distribution. So you definitely have some resistance moving forward. Oh, he added a little background image. That's funny. This guy's a character, man. This guy is a really good developer. I would love to have this guy on stream. I'm probably going to send him a message and see if he wants to do a live stream with me. And we can talk about exo charts. That'd be pretty awesome. I'm not sure where he's from or if his English is really good, but it seems like in Discord he's fluent in English, so I'm not sure if he is American or what. I only mention that because I can't really I only speak English, so if he can't speak English it would be really hard to live stream. But I'm pretty sure he's fluent. If he's not a English first speaker, because he speaks in he types in English in his Discord. I don't think there's any mention of where he's from though. But he's insane, man. He is really good dev. Hey, Sneaky Dad, and Nader, what's going on, guys? You both speak crypto? Yeah, exactly. We'll just talk in Bitcoin terms. So I'm still taking a little bit of a break from my crypto trades. I'm just going to close out the month, however we're going to close out. I haven't even pulled up BitMEX for the past few days, so I'm not sure what we are right now. I think we're still up like 1 or 2, 3% on the month. Really not impressive. Really bad compared to what we did the last couple of months. But seeing that we had like a 20% gain and then a 40% gain, breaking even on this month is not a big deal. I'm definitely not happy with how I performed in October. Like I told you guys, it's probably my worst trading month of the year. Even though percentage-wise, it's not the worst month of the year, trading-wise, I think it is the worst month of the year. So we had a really bad time in October. My timing was god-awful. One of the worst timings I've ever had in my trading. Every time there was breakouts, I was away from the computer, either sleeping or just away from my house. So my timing was just terrible. My execution was poor. I was hesitating a lot. We're gonna talk about all this. What's tomorrow? Friday. Tomorrow will be the first day of November, correct? Let me make sure. I think it is. Yeah. So tomorrow lines up perfectly. Tomorrow will be the first day of November. We're going to do our monthly report stream. So once a month, at the end of the month, we do a monthly report. We go over all the trades that we took in Discord for that month. We go over our statistics, like our win rate, yada yada. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And I'm going to go over all the things that I kind of did wrong this month. So you guys get to see the good. You guys get to see the bad. You get to see it all. So. What's that on your screen? This is exo charts. Or do you mean like that? He just put in like a little Bitcoin image. He's a funny guy. The weekly POC is right on the high of this this last little move here. It's just an order flow system. So you're looking at like volume profile, market profile, deltas, big trades, yada yada. It's mainly market profile and order flow. Basically, when people say they're order flow trading, quote unquote, this is basically what they're doing. They're looking at stuff like this. It looks like the walls are finally starting to come back. The books are finally starting to see some volume. You do have a sell wall coming in around 95. You've got some buy walls coming in around 88. So it looks like we're going to be ranging for a little while. Typically, when you start to see these walls build up on both sides, the market makers are really starting to pay attention, and it starts to range. You can see how it does it here. It does it here as well. It does it a lot. When you see these walls start to come in on both sides, you range for a while. If we look at the POC of this entire range, you're basically right where we failed, right at that high around 94. That is your POC of this entire range, so that is going to be a major resistance moving forward. So if we are not able to break 94, you're looking pretty bearish, and you probably will see a retest of like the lows of the range. So keep an eye on that. 94 also lines up perfectly with the weekly POC. So the weekly point of control lines up with that same level. Weekly open is around 95.56. So if we regain 95.56, the weekly will turn to a green candle. Now going higher, previous month value area low is going to be major resistance around 96. And then you don't really have anything until way up here around 10.8. Currently, right now, we're seeing a nice little sell-off here. Your delta is pretty bearish. Your CVD is still bullish, though, so you still have a little bit of buyers coming in. But your overall delta is definitely turning bearish. Not a whole lot of volume, though. But yeah, guys, just like the stream said, we're doing a Halloween special on our Discord. So for the next 72 hours, anybody who signs up to the Discord, you will be able to send an invite to a friend of yours for free. So basically a 2-for-1 special. So if you and your friend want to split the entry price, you can do that. If you want to pay and then just send your friend an invite, you can do that. But yeah, for 72 hours, anybody who signs up, you get 2 invite codes. So one for you, one for a buddy. So if anybody wants to sign up, now would be the perfect time. We're trying to get the Discord more active, trying to get some more people involved. Where's the link to the Discord? If you go to oasistrading.io, let me pull it up on another monitor so it doesn't show my backend system. It's in the top right, oasistrading.io. And then you can go to our Discord page. I'll give you a link here. And for anybody who's still iffy about the Discord, we still offer our trial. So if you want to do the trial for 1 month, we still offer that. It's $50 for the trial. And then at the end of the trial, or anytime during the trial, if you want to upgrade to like the full Discord, you will take $50 off your Discord payment. So you're basically getting the trial for free. So for the special I was just talking about, it's excluding the trial. So if you want to sign up and get 2 invites, that does not include the trial. You have to sign up for the full version. But alright, that's the most I'm going to talk about it here on stream. Let's get back to the analysis. So the alerts are live on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. So here I can show you guys what we're doing here. Ignore this close thing. my timing is still fantastic in October. I just posted almost 100 alerts that I have to do manually by hand, one by one. And then the day after I do this, what does TradingView do? They publish a new system for their alerts. So, literally the day after I fucking make 100 alerts, thankfully I didn't do all the alerts, it would have been over 200. But the day after, they introduce variables to their alert system. So I'm testing out these variables, and as of right now, they're not working. So I don't know what TradingView is doing, but as of right now, it's not working. I'm trying to get it to do this close price here. So when it posts an alert to Discord, I'm trying to get it to mark the price. But as of right now, it's not doing that. So I think there's a little bug in TradingView, but just ignore this close thing for now. Everything else is fine. So you can see here, all of our alerts are being posted already. So once all the bugs are ironed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm going to post all the other alerts for Ethereum, BTC, XRP, Tron, yada yada. So once I was hopefully going to have them live by today, but I keep running into a lot of bugs with the other alerts. They're mainly just me being an idiot and putting like wrong text where it shouldn't be. So once I fix all those little bugs, the other alerts will be live. Looks like Bitcoin's selling off here. This is still bullish long term. Like the overall pattern is still bullish. So as long as we can stay above the trail, stay above this trend line, you still look decently bullish. So don't be too worried about this pullback if you are holding a long-term long position. As long as you hold like the low here on the distribution, you're okay. This doesn't look very good though for our next test of the distribution because we failed that 50. And typically when you bounce up off the low and fail the 50, it typically breaks the low of the distribution. So very likely that if we come back down here, we will break. Now that doesn't, it's hard to say if it's going to be a deviation or it's going to be an actual failure. But it is very likely that it will break on the next test. So keep an eye on that. I'm in a Discord with the Exo Mastermind, and he linked a Russian transcripted article once. Oh yeah. So I'm in the Discord with him as well. The Exo Discord. Yeah, I think he is Russian, but his English seems really good. I'll send him a message and see if he wants to do a live stream. I'm a pretty small guy, so they probably don't... Like, if I send messages to people like that, they're probably like, might be a waste of their time. I'm not a very big streamer. I'm not a very big YouTuber. But we'll see if he wants to do a live stream. That'd be pretty cool. Because I'm going to do a live stream on his system either way, so if he wants to hop on and do it with me, that would make it even better. I've been meaning to sign up before those last 10... there's... Those slots are technically not filled yet because we have people signing up for the trial, and we're not counting the trials. If we count the trials, there's only like 5 slots left. But we're not counting the trials right now. We have like 10 slots left until we raise the entry fee to the next tier. We were planning on raising the price pretty soon anyway because we've added so much stuff to the Discord in the last month or so. We need to cover the cost of all of our back end for all of our servers that we're running all these bots and stuff on. But yeah, we added... Sticky added the Oasis bot, which has the stock and options. It does all the stock and option commands. And then we're adding the alert system. Big dump here. You got a bark down coming. You gotta love Bitcoin, man. I'm really glad I'm stepping out of Bitcoin right now and I'm not trading, because this kind of stuff is just really aggravating to trade. The funny thing about like descending triangles, ascending triangles on Bitcoin is they typically do this where they'll break to one side and then it will actually go the other way. So if it broke to the downside here, it would just go up. Or if it broke to the upside here, it would go down. Like, that's what Bitcoin likes to do on these triangles. It's so ridiculous. I've never seen an asset stop hunt so consistently on a day-to-day basis. Like, I used to trade futures contracts. I used to trade the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and oil and stuff like that. And you would see stop hunts every now and then, but not like how Bitcoin does it on a daily basis, like time after time. It's actually quite insane to watch. It shows you that the market makers are really in control. The big players are really in control of Bitcoin. I went long 9K, so I'm expecting a nuke. You're welcome. You need a 10. You need a 10%. Oh, yeah, you need a 10% stop loss. Yeah, it's insane, dude. It's actually insane. It's basically like what I was talking about back on stream a long time ago. You want to be using an entry where your stop loss should be. So like if you're like, oh, I want to get long here, or sorry, I want to get short here, and then my stop loss would be above the triangle if it breaks out. So instead of doing that, you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to short here. I'm going to short if it breaks out of the triangle, because then it's just going to fail. That's basically what you have to do with Bitcoin. Like, all right, I'll long here, and then I'll put a stop loss below the triangle if it breaks out. No, you should probably not long there, and then long if it breaks the triangle, and then go up. It's like everything that you think you should be doing, you shouldn't be doing. And I meant to talk about this on stream yesterday, but I forgot. If you're trading, and if you are consistently thinking that you're doing something right, but you're constantly failing, maybe you're not doing it right. So whatever you think you're doing right, if it's not working and you're constantly failing, it doesn't matter if you think you're doing, if you think you're trading right, you're obviously not. You know what I mean? And I used to go through this a lot, where I'd be like, why am I losing trades? I swear I'm doing the right thing here. This is a good pattern. I'm using a good stop loss. But it was consistently not working. If it's consistently not working, take whatever you think is right and stop doing it, because it's obviously not right. Now, if it happens like once or twice, don't do what I just said. Like if it happens once or twice and you're like, oh, it's not, I'm terrible at trading, I'm going to stop doing that. Don't do that. But if it's consistently failing, then you want to take it and be like, okay, whatever I think I'm doing right, I need to stop doing because it's not working. It's like back, if you guys are longtime viewers, kind of like, man, you probably remember, we used to scalp live on stream with like 1% stop losses, and I would do a lot of things where I was like, this is the proper thing to do here, but I'm just getting stopped out. If you're consistently getting stopped out, then it's probably not the right thing to do. You should probably be using a different system or using a different stop loss. So if you consistently think you're doing something right and it's not working, just change what you're doing. Don't get locked in like, oh, I know I'm right, but you're failing. It doesn't matter if you know you're right. If you're failing, whatever you think you know is not right. Counter TA trading, easy strat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we're still bullish. Like I said, we just retested the triangle, the trend, and we are bouncing. So short term, you're definitely bearish. Longer term, you're not looking too bad. You just bounced off the trail. You're getting a nice little buy signal. Doesn't look terrible. The 4 hour doesn't look very good, but the daily still doesn't look very good. It's like here. You're like, yeah, should I long the bottom and then stop loss if we break out? No, maybe you should wait for the breakdown long and then want it to go up. It's like, that's not a typical pattern, but on Bitcoin it seems like it's very typical. Bitcoin is very good at like lulling you into a sense of security. Lulling you into a sense of, oh, okay, I'm safe. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing here. and then it destroys you. That's what Bitcoin is very good at. Ethereum looks a lot worse than Bitcoin here. You get a full retrace on that hourly and the 4-hour. Daily still holding the trail. The trail actually flipped bullish here, which is pretty good. We're also adding alerts to the OTS coming very soon that will alert you when this happens here, when the trail flips from red to green, or when the trail flips from green to red. So those alerts will be coming soon. We're also going to add those alerts to Discord, so you'll have those in Discord as well. Look at BTC Tether Binance on the 1 minute. Oh god. That is an algorithm gone wrong, dude. That is an algorithm gone wrong. That's a fucking big range, too, for an algorithm like that. That's almost 0.5%. That's actually a pretty decent range. Typically, when you see shit like this, it's like very tiny. It's like 0.1, 0.2. That's actually not a bad range. Jesus. Yeah, typically patterns like that turn up are just algorithms that are going crazy. They're kind of fighting each other. Would you say the Ethereum daily is a bulldog? Let's take. Are you talking about BTC? Oh no, yeah, this is a bulldog. We talked about this on stream before. This is a bulldog. Yeah, so like I said, even though this sells off here, this is still bullish. I'd say as long as you're above like right here, like 170, you're still bullish. Are you aware of Bookmap? Yeah, I used to use Bookmap on stream for a while. We used Bookmap on stream for a while, and then I switched to Trading Light, and now I'm kind of switching to ExoCharts, so we're kind of going all over the place. I keep finding new software that I like. I don't think I'm going to be switching off of ExoCharts anytime soon. ExoCharts is, like I said, probably the closest to a professional grade system that I've ever seen. It's the kind of stuff you would see at like a hedge fund. It's really good. Yeah, no problem, Hockey. Probably why we're dumping. The Coinbase books are offline? Oh, I didn't know that. Is all the trading on Coinbase off? Or are just the books broken? Yeah, their chart's frozen. Let me see if there's anything on Twitter about it. Coinbase down. Did Coinbase just go down? Coinbase Pro's down. Coinbase being down. Yeah, a lot of people are tweeting about it. It's probably because they're preparing for Ripple to pump to $589. That'd be my best guess. They gotta get their books ready. They're preparing for the 16K prophecy to come true. Mark my words, man. Coinbase is gonna go live. Their price is going to start at 16K. The prophecy will be fulfilled. I tweeted it. That's a banger, dude. Tweet of the year. It's working for you at the moment? I'm going to be so mad if I can't sell my Ripple bags during the pump. Yeah, right? Looks like we're back down towards the daily open. So the daily is still slightly green. You had a lot of buyers come in here. Nice little buy delta. It looks like the big players are selling, the retail traders are buying. Right here, this is a basically a dominant order size, kind of like a trade aggregator. And it shows you over here on the right what the size of the trade is. So the higher it is, the bigger the trade size. So this up here are the orders that are above 1 million. So basically the higher it goes, the bigger the players are. So this is like institutional traders, this is like retail traders. So retail guys are buying, institutional guys are selling. So if you're a guy who likes to follow the smart money is selling here. AKA the smart money, the quote unquote. That's a fallacy for the most part. I talked about it a lot on stream. Just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean they're smarter, doesn't mean they know what they're doing. Poor retail. Right now, it looks like the retails are smart. They're actually buying the... hopefully they're buying the dip. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, they probably were buying the dip because most of the volume is down towards the low here. So, looks like right now the retail guys are actually... are right. Smart money selling then buying? No, because if the smart money was selling and then buying, you would see right up here a bigger cluster of buy volume. But you're only seeing the cluster of buy volume on the lower orders. So unless they are selling on big size and then buying back on really small size, that's not the case. Because these are 1 million plus orders, these are 20k orders. So very, very big difference. You were just talking about it going down the wedge and then above. Yeah, because typically what Bitcoin likes to do is it likes to break one side of the triangle and then go back the other side. It's very common for Bitcoin to do it. So you could have had like a major pump and then the institutional guys selling it off. And then maybe they're trying to buy it back at a lower price. But you don't see like a massive amount of buy volume coming in right now. You only see buy volume coming in from like retail guys. You can see a lot of your major levels are right here, around 9,000. So if we do fall, 9,000 is a pretty strong support. You also have some really strong monthly levels down here, like 8,082. Let's take a look at the delta chart. I like looking at the delta chart. Let's go to delta 5 million. Yeah, it looks like your delta is starting to turn bullish here. You had a pretty strong sell-off. This is why I like the delta chart. You have some really clean trends when it starts to trend. You can see a really nice sell-off here. You are starting to turn bullish. So basically, why are some bars outside the actual candle? Like above it and below it? Are you talking about on exo charts? Yeah, those are wicks. Yeah, so here, this is the delta. So this is just looking at the volume profile. If we pull up the candle box, these are the actual candles. Let me hide this. So you see that? That's what the actual candles look like. Right? So now take into account the candles. And then this is just like where the orders are. Like this is what's happening on the orders. So like here, this is a really long wick. And this is what you would call trapped buyers. When you see a lot of buyer imbalance, that you see when it highlights green, this is what's called a buyer imbalance. It means there's a lot more buyers than there were sellers. If you see a buyer imbalance on the top of a move, that is a trapped buyer. So all of these guys up here are trapped. They bought the top, basically. So when you see the price start to fail, these trapped buyers are now underwater. Same thing is said for sellers. If we see sellers on the bottom of a move, so kind of like here, you had a massive seller imbalance, and then we saw a big move up because these sellers got trapped. Now, typically in healthy moves, you'll see a buyer imbalance towards the bottom and the middle of a candle. And healthy down moves, you'll see a seller imbalance towards the top and the bottom of a candle. Or sorry, top and middle. See, it's pretty easy to see. It's pretty easy to see the buyer imbalance if you're looking at a bid-ask profile. So here you can see the bid-ask, right? This is the difference between the bid and the ask. You can see how these blue bars are much bigger than the red bars. That's giving you an imbalance. But when they're equal, you don't get an imbalance. I know this seems ridiculously complicated because it is. And like I was saying on stream yesterday, if you guys are not advanced traders, or if you're not, if you're a new trader, or you're just like, you don't really understand volume profile, you don't understand order flow, you shouldn't be using exo charts because it's just going to confuse the shit out of you. Yeah, basing support and resistance off these would be a lot more accurate. Exactly. So, what order flow traders do is they don't do a whole lot of technical analysis, quote unquote. They do a lot of just order flow analysis, where they'll look at where the bid and the ask is flowing, where the volume is flowing, where the buyers and sellers are flowing. They watch the auction process to see kind of what the market is doing. They don't care about candlestick patterns or anything like that. So when they see like sellers getting trapped or buyers getting trapped, you can basically consider that a resistance level. So like right here, you have buyers getting trapped, so that becomes like a resistance level. So if they shorted the buyers getting trapped, they could just put their stop loss above the buyers getting trapped and then run it down. I'm making it sound a lot easier than it actually is. It's definitely harder to do live than it is in hindsight. But that's everything in trading. Everything in trading, you can make it sound very easy, but when you're using it live, it's not easy. That's why the order flow traders are usually guys who are very experienced. You typically don't see order flow traders that are like new to trading. You typically see most of the order flow guys who are really experienced, 5, 10, 15, 20 years of experience. During this period of consolidation, open interest has seen an increase of about 100 million. Whatever direction price chooses, it will be violent. Yeah, you're going to have a lot more stop losses for sure. What is the current open interest? I think Skew can probably tell us. Total open interest. Is it 900 million? Oh, this isn't total. This isn't total. That's 900,000 in like the current candle. 756 million, okay. Everything but Bitcoin and CB is working strange, okay. So everything but Bitcoin on Coinbase is working. I'm telling you, man, they're preparing for the prophecy. 16K. I want to know if BitMEX actually affects the price in some way. You mean like BitMEX, their team, like their market makers? The 10 million delta chart's pretty good too. Ah, excuse me. Any good scalping setup? On what? On Bitcoin? Your scalping setup is buying the retest of the triangle. So you basically kind of missed it right here. You could take a late one. But this was your scalp. The scalp was buying the retest. As you can see, it's breaking out currently. We'll see if it holds. Does ExoCharts provide data on coin? No, it's only BitMEX Bitcoin. I'm sure he's going to provide a lot more data in the future, but right now it's only one thing. I think he's using it as a tester to see if people like the system. On the last bar in T-size print, we see a plus 1 million. Let me go back to the hourly. That's probably what you're talking about. Sell much more than that, but small traders buy a lot on that bar. Could it be a bearish signal? Yes, we were talking about this. So it's like the institutional traders are selling, but the retail guys are buying. So if you're looking at purely volume, and you don't really care where the volume's coming from, if you're looking purely at volume, you're currently still slightly bullish because you are above your POC. Your POC is acting as a support here. So until your value area low is broken, you're still slightly bullish. It's easy to do BitMEX as they provide an API for each trade. Exactly, yeah. So The exchange needs a heavy API system for exocharts to work. It needs to have basically no lag either. There's a website that calculates liquidation levels of aggressive longs and shorts, and the accuracy of which Bitcoin moves to and from those levels is almost sinister. Basically, all you're talking about is taking the bid and the ask and seeing, like, if they're 5x, this is their stop. If they're 10x, this is their stop. If they're 20x, this is their stop. And you can look at the liquidation levels of large orders. I'm sure it's much more complex than that, but that's the basics of what those websites do. It looks at major buys and sells and calculates what their liquidation price would be depending on what leverage they're using. We actually built an indicator that does something very similar, but I can't show it on stream because it is private. So here's your scalp playing out. Load up the order book on Coinbase. I could probably do it off screen. Their order book's not loading for me. Yeah, it's not loading. The USDC order book is working. Oh, look at this scam wick. Whenever an exchange goes down, dude, it fucking dumps it. What did we just say at the start of stream? It likes going one way and then nuking. Bitcoin is so fucking stupid. It's so funny to watch, dude. Okay, so what I was just saying on exocharts just happened. So we lost that value area low. So right when you lost that value area low, that little dotted line right there, you got super bearish. So 91.47 got lost, and you dropped all the way down to the monthly value area high. So you have some support levels down here. We were just talking about this earlier, 9K support levels. Yeah, so Meyer, what you were saying, that's not always a bearish signal though. So if you're talking about like probabilities, just because the institutional guys are selling doesn't mean it's a bearish signal. Because there's plenty of times where big sellers will get destroyed or big buyers will get destroyed. So in that instance, yes, you're correct. That was a bearish signal. But overall, there's not a really high probability to either side. There's not a high probability to trade with the retail guys. There's not a high probability to trade with the big guys. Yeah, so USDC is still working on Bitcoin, on Coinbase. The USD is not working. Which is very strange. Is Ethereum working? Yeah, Ethereum's working. If you look at BTC USDC on Coinbase, it's traded 666 Bitcoin in the past 24 hours. Illuminati confirmed, dude. Illuminati confirmed. They took down Bitcoin USD so they could get Bitcoin USDC to 666. Oh, it just broke 667 as I'm talking about it. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, so I'd be very careful trading right now. Coinbase is a major exchange, and they are down for Bitcoin. So you're going to see some weird shit start to happen. You're going to see some weird shit. Coinbase is still at 92. So Coinbase got shut down. Their Bitcoin USD price got shut down at 92.39. Weird shit, as in like a lot of wicks and a lot of weird movements, because the market makers and the arbitrage bots, when Coinbase comes back online, they're going to start trading pretty heavily, because they're going to try to arbitrage the difference between Coinbase and the other markets. And as of right now, the difference is pretty decent. It's over $100. So you're going to see a lot of these arbitrage bots trying to get involved. You probably will see some dip buying here. A lot of dip buying, because they're going to buy the dip and they're going to try to sell it on Coinbase. We'll see. Bybit is totally unresponsive. What, so Bybit's going down too? What the fuck's going on? Just joined. Can you give a recap? Nothing crazy happened. We're just watching. Coinbase is currently down for Bitcoin trading. Bitcoin USD. Bitcoin USDC is still live on Coinbase. We think that this dump that is happening right now is due to the fact that Coinbase is down. Remember back in 17 bull run when Coinbase would go down for a little bit, come back online, and then pump like crazy? Yeah, basically when any exchange goes down, weird shit happens. Like, look at what happened when BitMEX did their maintenance. You remember their maintenance in 2018? And they fucking nuked it? It went up like over $1,000 during their maintenance. I'll be right, I can't talk. I'll be right back, guys. Give me like 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My desk is like right next to a couple of windows and I got an AC running. So when it rains outside, my mouse pad gets like, I don't know, like condensation or something on it. You can kind of feel it gets a little damp. Does that happen to anybody else? My mouse pad's actually not a mouse pad. It's actually a gun mat. So it's something you would like lay your guns out on if you were cleaning them. Which is basically, it's almost the same material as a mouse pad. I like it because it has a little bit of friction. So if I'm like moving my mouse around, it has a slight friction to it. It's not like super smooth. But yeah, when it rains outside, it gets a little wet. Kind of weird. Hey, Maverick. Did I miss anything? Let me see. They're purposely trying to fuck with us because it's Halloween. Yeah, basically. Can we buy real gold and silver in the commodity market? What do you mean? Like tangible, like stuff you can hold? Like you want it delivered to you? There's plenty of websites where you can buy like actual gold and silver. I don't know of any off the top of my head because I don't use them. But I think Sticky and a few other people in my chat have talked about websites before that you can buy like actual gold and silver. There's like websites that take crypto, or they'll hold your, like, so you can buy it by the ounce or whatever, and they'll hold it for you unless you want it delivered, and then they can deliver it to you. But yeah, there's websites like that, man. If you go on Google, I'm sure you can find a bunch of them. You can also just buy a bunch of gold and silver at like fucking pawn shops and stuff. And the price of those will fluctuate as well. How's gold doing, by the way? Let's take a look. Looks like it's ready to pop off. Looks pretty bullish here. Yeah, I'd say gold's pretty damn bullish right now. Doesn't look bad at all. You have a new bullish trend on the daily. Weekly is still bullish. Nice buy signals back here. You're about to flip bullish again. This is a bear trap. This is a bear trap on the Momo. Yeah, it looks really good. The monthly is still strong, breaking out of a long-term accumulation. You can see this accumulation right here. You had a few deviations, and you broke out of it. You resisted that pivot for that little month there, and then you popped above it. Looks pretty solid. You could easily probably get to like 1700 in the next few months. This is a monthly chart, so very long-term. But this would be your target right there. You could do like a cup and handle. It's not too bad. I might buy silver coins as they are very expensive. Plus eco-friendly products require silver. Amazon also has that, but it doesn't fluctuate. Yeah, solar uses silver and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Crypto Programmer, appreciate the follow, man. Meyer, you followed yesterday. I appreciate the follow. And Master Goose, you followed a few days ago. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's the trading going? You guys doing all right in your trading this month, or you guys kind of having a rough month like I'm doing? How's the trading been? Look at that failure on that level right there. Beautiful failure. This is starting to look pretty bearish on Litecoin. This is like a rising wedge here. You have like a bear flag, kind of. Does ExoCharts have info about how much would it take to move the current price? No, it doesn't, I don't think. I will invest in XAG and hold till recession. What's XAG? Oh, is that silver? Yeah, I gotcha. I don't want to lose value by keeping it in fiat. Yeah, I'm currently starting to build a position in oil. I'm DCAing dollar cost averaging into oil. I like oil long term. Oil's been at some lows for quite some time. It definitely could destroy my current fills right now and go down to like 47, 45. But I'm prepared to buy some even lower. But oil is kind of at a point where if anything major happens and the supply gets cut, it's going to go up pretty easily to like $70, $80. The supply right now is extremely high because America is pumping out oil like crazy. Our supplies keep going up. Saudi Arabia just said that they were planning on cutting their supply pretty soon to help the oil market. So if Saudi Arabia stands by what they said and they cut their supply pretty heavily, we could easily see oil start to rise. And if the war in the Middle East between Turkey and Syria, if Iran and Saudi Arabia start to get involved, then oil will definitely go up. 3 months into learning to trade right now, now in theta, but just playing around, playing with super little money. Yeah, that's fine, man. That's what you want to be doing. You want to be playing with small money when you start out. You're in theta, theta Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Theta is currently in a very long-term accumulation, which looks pretty decent actually. You are holding the lows of your accumulation pretty strong. So as long as you hold that 946 kind of low there, you look pretty bullish. If this accumulation breaks out, this is a very long accumulation. This is like a 6-month accumulation. So you could easily see like probably this doji up here. That would be your accumulation target, which would give you like a 76% move. So here's the dip buying I was talking about. Is Coinbase back up or is Coinbase still down? Okay, they're back up. So like I said, when they came back up, you're going to see a lot of arbitrage come in. They're going to try to buy the dip and sell it on Coinbase. So we'll see what happens. It's funny that we have a gap on Coinbase. You don't typically see gaps on Coinbase. Look at that wick down. That wick down almost filled that gap there. You've got a tiny little gap here that almost got filled on that little wick. Yeah, it's mostly a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's mainly an auction theory thing. So if you learn about auction theory, that's mainly what gap filling is. It's a market inefficiency, and typically market inefficiencies are always tested. That's just kind of like the theory behind it. So a gap creates a market inefficiency, and for the market to be efficient, it has to test the gap. That's basically what happens when you have gaps and you have gaps being filled. Is it's a market creating an efficient market. Saudi will buy a 20% stake in RIL at 75 billion. What is that? What's RIL? I don't know what that is. Reliance Industries Limited. What do they do? Is it an energy company or something? It's an oil refinery. I gotcha. Is that like in there? Is that public information? They're trying to buy. They're trying to buy this stake. It is okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. I need to look into some more oil stuff because I really like trading oil. I haven't traded oil in a while, and I'm currently getting killed right now. I'm down like 5%, but I'm not too heavily invested right now. It's part of my long-term holdings on Robinhood. They came to India for it. So now that we have alerts and stuff on Discord, what is something you guys would like to see in Discord? Because we have just about everything you would want in a Discord. We've got stock and options bots. We've got alerts for crypto. We've got scanners. Yeah. What else are some things you guys would like to see in Discord? We're trying to keep thinking of ideas to add value to the Discord. So for the past few days, we have whatever support or resistance is tested with 100 million. It usually holds. Where do you see that kind of volume coming in? I don't see that kind of volume coming in. 100 million. Oh, you mean like right here? I see what you're saying. So like on these big cells, if you see 100 million plus, it typically holds. I get what you're saying. So like right here, this has 225 million. So you're saying this is a good support? I gotcha. Now something you could do here to test your little theory is go to a volume chart, go to 100 million, and then look at the candles that are showing 100 million. You notice it a few times on the 5-minute? Yeah, the 100 million chart is pretty clean. Let's raise it to a higher tick. It's not too bad. You guys don't have any thoughts on Discord? Not a whole lot going on here. Just tested the bottom of this triangle, which actually ended up giving people a perfect buy if you traded that triangle. This is why trading these triangles is so dangerous, because look at this on a higher time frame. If you were trading this triangle on a 4-hour, this is terrible. You could have bought the breakout here, you would have instantly been underwater. I don't trade patterns. Yeah, I typically don't either. I talk about this on stream a lot. I don't typically trade trend lines. I don't like diagonal trend lines, or just trend lines in general. I typically don't like. They're not bad in equities, but in crypto or in Bitcoin specifically, they're not very good. Bitcoin is like the fake out king. It loves to fake out trend lines. Yeah, Bitcoin is pretty slow. Definitely. You definitely want to be patient when you're trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin will give you a good entry. That's why I'm not worried about trading this chop right now. We're taking a few day break. I'm kind of getting my head clear. We're gonna start up fresh in November. I'm gonna start up my high risk account along with my main, and we're gonna trade some more. Hopefully we can bring it back and make some money in November. I did a lot of trading in October and didn't really make anything. I have nothing to show for. Excuse me. I have nothing to show for all that stress that I put on my body and my mind in October. Basically no profit in October. So that is the the hard part about being a full-time trader. You can work all month and have nothing to show for it. Out of all the indicators you offer, would you say the OTS is the most comprehensive? My bread and butter is OI and volume trading, but your market structure videos like Doji support and resistance levels really intrigued me, and I wanted to support by trying out one of the indicators. So the most comprehensive, I think you mean for do you mean like easiest to understand? So like easiest to understand, the OTS is definitely the easiest one. The strongest indicator we offer is the Momo, if you fully understand it, but it is the hardest one to master. So this is the Momo down here. It's the hardest one to master, but if you do master this indicator, it's the strongest one that we offer. The other indicators we offer are the Auto SR, the squeeze breakout bars, and the OTS. The OTS is probably the simplest. The Auto SR is also very simple. Because the Auto SR just basically does everything for you. It does the support and resistance lines for you. It does the trend for you. It does like your God, my throat is killing me right now for some reason. So this is the Auto SR. It draws the support lines, it draws the resistance lines. And it gives you like an overall trend, and it gives you a short-term trend. So it really depends on like what would be best for your trading, because they're different indicators, they do different things. So OTS was designed to help you follow trends. The OTS was designed to help you stay in a trend longer and cut out the choppiness of a trend. The Momo was designed to evaluate momentum on a short-term and a long-term scale at the same time. And by doing that, it can show you divergence, it can show you traps, it can show you volatility, it can show you a lot of things. So it really depends on what would be best for your trading. How would you build a position with leverage? That's a very hard question to answer because it really depends on what kind of position I'm trying to trade. It depends on the pattern. It depends on... Yeah, I can't answer that really. It really depends on what the trade is. That question, I might have an answer for you if you watch the let me pull it up. I don't have the video posted yet, but if you watch the stream, where is it? This one right here. Shit here. Discussing techniques to enter and exit trades. This, I talk about how to build positions by laddering, by martingaling, by pyramiding, by dollar cost averaging, and a special technique that I don't really have a name for. So this video might have an answer for you. Altcoins on BitMEX. God, my throat, man. Yeah, so even like saying altcoins on BitMEX is still, I can't give you a definitive answer because I build my positions differently depending on what I'm trading. Like what the entry technique and the exit technique is. I will build my trade differently. I'm a very discretionary trader. Like I've said, I don't have a very set in stone, this is what I do every single trade. I don't have that. I have some set in stone rules that I follow, but then everything else is discretionary. It's up to what I feel, what I'm seeing on a chart, how the order flow is flowing, what's going on with candlesticks, yada yada. It's very hard for me to say like set in stone what I do. My reading of OI and volume covers my directional bias and trend momentum strength, but my entries and exits require more refinement. So maybe the Auto SR or OTS. Yeah, so the Auto SR is going to help you find support and resistance levels It's also going to help you find just like near-term support or resistance with the ribbon. The OTS is volume-based. So the OTS is going to help you figure out which way the trend is heading based on price action and volume. And it colors the candles. So if you see my candles here, this is not default. So my candles are colored based on the OTS. So here's default candles, here's the OTS colors. So the OTS is going to help you cut out all the choppiness of a trend, and it's going to color the trend based on what's going on volume and price action. The Auto SR is going to help you determine exact levels. The Auto SR is going to help you determine where these like support and resistance levels are. And there's two settings on the Auto SR. There's fast levels and there's slow levels. Both of which will help you determine support and resistance. I think I'm going to have to call stream, guys. My throat is killing me. I keep losing my voice. We're coming towards the end of the week, so it's probably just too much talking. But I'm gonna end stream on that, guys. We're coming into an hour and a half. Like I said, guys, one more time. We're doing a Discord special for the next 72 hours. If you guys have been waiting to sign up to Discord, this does not include trials. But if you sign up to the Discord, we will send you 2 invite codes instead of 1. So you can send out an invite to one of your friends. So you're basically getting a 2-for-1 deal. So if you and your friend want to split the cost, or you and your friend want to check out the Discord, check out our website, oasistrading.io. Check out the Discord, and I will be sending out those invites this weekend. So, all right, guys. You guys have a good one. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the support. I'm going to try to have those videos uploaded very soon. I'm getting some thumbnails made. So those videos should be going live on YouTube very shortly. I will see you guys tomorrow for our monthly report stream. We're going to do a report on all of our trades in October. We're going to go over all the things that we did right, all the things we did wrong. And we're going to talk about how we're going to improve our trading for November. So I hope to see you guys then. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you guys next Monday. So you guys have a good weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy Halloween. Stay safe if you guys are going out tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night.